Wait a little second, because I noticed that stream don't really pick up for the first few seconds and whatnot. What up and what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Go Network, or burning the books alive. 3-0 sweep yesterday, joined by my special guest for the second day in a row, El Brumo. Quick little recap. We had Drew Holiday going over 13.5 points, cashed it. Andrew Nimhard over 4.5 assists, cashed that as well. 6 assists would have been beautiful. And we had Obi Toppin over 8.5 points. Also had all three of those guys in a builder. Also had all three of those guys in a longer shot parlay. That's why I said the 6 assists would have been fantastic. Nevertheless, back with my best bets in the NBA for May 24th. We have the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves game 2, where we saw the Dallas Mavericks take game 1. All right, let's get into it, man. First up, trying to get comfortable and shit. Get my 1-2 right. First up from the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels over 11.5 points, minus 146 odds over at FanDuel. 21, 23, and 24 points in his last 3 games. 24 points coming in his last game versus the Mavericks, who allow the 6th most points to power forwards. So he just need 12 points. He's had 21, 23, and 24 in the last 3. Next, PJ. Brittany Renner, what's up? Top of the morning, Daniel Berry. Boston winner. I mean, I couldn't. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people had the Timberwolves winning, but couldn't talk you off of it. Next up, like I said, Brittany Renner, what's up? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? PJ Washington of the Dallas Mavericks over 5.5 rebounds, minus 136 odds over at FanDuel. He's had 5 rebounds in his last 9 games. At least 5 rebounds or more in his last 9 games straight. 6 rebounds or more in his last 6 out of 7. 7 rebounds or more in his last 4 games versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. So give me PJ Washington over 5.5 rebounds. We on a whole lot of rebounds. Next, Daniel Gafford of the Dallas Mavericks over 5.5 rebounds as well. Minus 120 odds over on FanDuel. He's had at least 5 rebounds or more in his last 10 straight games. 6 rebounds or more in his last 7 out of 8 games. 8, 7, 7, and 9 rebounds in his last 4 games. Absolute steal for his 6 rebounds. Him and PJ 6 rebounds. Absolute steal. I got hella parlays with these guys' rebounds coming in it. And my last play in the NBA is going to be, man, I absolutely love this play today. It's going to be a 2-unit play. Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds, minus 130 odds over at DraftKings. I will be laddering this up to 10. Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds, minus 130 odds over at DraftKings. 10, 15, and 11 rebounds in his last 3 games. What up, Nate? 10, 15, and 11 rebounds in his last 3 games. In his last 5 games, he's been averaging Natty. I had a feeling, bro. I had a feeling. Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds. Like I said, it's going to be a 2-unit play. I absolutely love this, laddering up to 10. 10, 15, and 11 rebounds in his last 3 games. In his last 5 games, he's been averaging 26.3 minutes. When he's played at least 26 minutes, he has hit this line in the last 10 out of 10 games. So, Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds. Oh, absolutely love it. If you're watching this tomorrow, or later on the day, since it's after midnight, and you're like, damn, the only line I got available is the 7.5. Absolutely love that one too. Two leans I have in this game are Rudy Gobert under 12.5 rebounds. Let me find it, y'all. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I just want to give y'all the actual stats on this one. All right. I still got the WNBA pulled up because that's what we're going to next. All right. Oh, I found a look in this Dallas game as well. Rudy Gobert. My first lean in this Dallas-Minnesota game is going to be Rudy Gobert under 12.5 rebounds. Rudy Gobert in his last 4 games, 11, 14, 9, and 7 rebounds. So it's doing one of these. Head-to-head, Rudy, 12, 11, 17, 6, and 7 rebounds in his last 5 games versus the Mavericks. And my last lean in this game is going to be, no, my second lean. My second lean in this game. Well, first and foremost, I would really like to play Kyle Anderson under his PRA. I don't see it anywhere. But my next lean in this game is going to be Naz Reid over his point total. He's had 15, 12, and 15 points in his last 3 games versus the Mavericks. 10, 11, and 15 points in his last 3 games. You can get Naz Reid at like 10 points at a decent price. That's going to be a lean. And I told you guys that I found a banger in this game. So let me relay that to you guys. All right. Tim Hardaway Jr. All right. Go blue. Forever and always. Hail to the victors. Tim Hardaway Jr. from the University of Michigan. Over 1.5 rebounds, right? You can get to that plus 140 pretty much across the board. Looking for slow-mo, Kyle Anderson's PRA. I want to take the under. Tim Hardaway Jr., 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, and 4 rebounds in his last 6 games versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. 4 rebounds coming in his last game versus the Timberwolves. So you can get Tim Hardaway Jr. over his 1.5 rebounds, close to plus 200 odds. Just like shop around and see where you can get it at. So that's one. I might cook like a Tim Hardaway Jr. lay together. That's one. And then also Tim Hardaway Jr., 2, 0, 2, and 1 steal in his last 4 games versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. So super sneaky look of Tim Hardaway Jr. over 1.5 rebounds and over 1 steal. If you're a sicko like me, you might just fucking take Tim Hardaway 3 or 4 rebounds. The odds on that will have to be crazy. Let me see if Bet365 has them. We on a late night stream. We just kicking it. Let's see if Bet365 has them. Let's see if Bet365 has them WNBA lines too. Got some ladder challenges coming for y'all. Yeah, 6 a.m. for you, 3 a.m. for me, dog. We getting into it, man. All right, so you can get his get his 2 rebounds at plus 150. Let's see. Tim Hardaway Jr. You can get his 5 rebounds for plus 1650. You can get Tim Hardaway Jr. plus 3 rebounds for plus 375. He just had 4 rebounds in 10 minutes too. He only played 10 minutes, had 4 rebounds in the last game. So Tim Hardaway plus 2 rebounds, plus 150. That'll be my last lean, as well as his over 0.5 steal. But that Tim Hardaway 3 rebounds at plus 375, you're definitely going to get that on Twitter from me. All right. So to recap the NBA, Jaden McDaniels over 11.5 points. I'll be laddering that up to about 20. PJ Washington over 5.5 rebounds, probably ladder that up to 7. Daniel Gafford over 6 rebounds, probably ladder that up to 8. And Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds. I will probably ladder that. I will definitely be laddering that up to 10. There's no question about that. All right. So that is the NBA. Let's get into some WNBA. It's just one game. I really don't, not the biggest side and total guy, but we're going to go over to covers.com. Shout out to covers.com. If you are not up on covers.com for your sports capping, you should be. All right. So, in the WNBA, starting at 10 minutes and 50 seconds, let's call it 11 even. We have the Indiana Fever, the 0-5 Indiana Fever, traveling to the city of Los Angeles to take on the 1-2 Los Angeles Sparks. Total is set to 163.5. Spread is set to, wow. Spread is set to Fever -2. Okay. I don't see why. Let's see here. Fever have lost to the Liberty twice. They've lost to the Sun twice, and they've lost to the Storm once. Sparkies, they beat the Mystics, lost to the Aces by 7, and lost to the Dream by, looks like 9. First and foremost, give me LA plus the 2. LA on the money line, 2 leans. LA plus the 2, LA on the money line. Indiana is not like that. Aaliyah Boston. I've been looking at good trade destinations for Aaliyah Boston. I think she's on her way out of Indiana. Definitely take her points and rebounds unders today. But definitely leaning LA plus the 2, leaning LA on the money line. Indiana is 3-2, 3 to the over, 2 to the under. LA is 2-1, 2 to the over, 1 to the under. So I will lean the under. I'll lean the over. I don't see them stopping each other. So I will lean the over 163.5, lean the LA plus 2, lean LA plus 116. For this one, man, just one game. I kept it pretty simple, man. Just give me De'Arica Hamby, damn it. De'Arica Hamby over 16.5 points, -115 odds over at DraftKings. 20, 29, and 17 points in her last 3. So she's smacking his line in her only 3 games that she's played this year. And I took De'Arica Hamby over 10.5 rebounds, -115 odds over at DraftKings. 14, 9, and 18 rebounds in her last 3 games. The Fever, they give it up. They give it up on the glass. I was looking through some stats. They've played 5 games. They've given up 40 rebounds or more 3 times. They just played the Storm. I want to say NECA had at least 10 rebounds. Ezzy had at least 10 rebounds. Jewel Lloyd had hella rebounds. So they're giving it up on the glass. So I definitely like De'Arica Hamby over her 16.5 points, as well as her over 8.5 rebounds. Her 10.5. I bad boy. I wish we got a 8.5 line. Over her 10.5 rebounds. Couple leans in this game. I love the way Nalissa Smith has been playing lately. I want to say she had 11 and 16 last game. So I'm definitely leaning Nalissa Smith over her 18.5 points in rebounds line. And I'm definitely leaning Big Cameron Brink over her 7.5 rebound line. But that's going to do it for tomorrow. We might spin the block with some Puck Talk. We might spin the block with some Nerfy Napalm. But as of now, that's all we're going to do for the hoops. For a quick recap, that's going to start at 15 minutes. Let me run you down all my picks again. All right. First up of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels over 12 points. PJ Washington of the Dallas Mavericks, as well as these next three players are all from the Mavericks. PJ Washington, 6 rebounds. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Likewise, man. Appreciate you for stopping by, Natty. Let's get this money, man. You know where I'll be at. Jaden McDaniels over 12 rebounds from the Minnesota Timberwolves. PJ Washington of the Dallas Mavericks over 6 rebounds. Daniel Gafford over 6 rebounds. Derek Lively over 7 rebounds. In the WNBA, De'Arica Hamby over 17 points. De'Arica Hamby over 11 rebounds. That's the stream for today. Appreciate you for stopping by. If you stop by, appreciate you for stopping by later. If you stop by later, like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep running them. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are at like 493 subscribers. We just a couple subscribers away from 500. Let's take this thing to the next level. Let's do it today. Man, I got some crazy, nice builders and parlays, as well as the ladder challenge coming back around. Probably going to do just like a 4-day ladder challenge a couple times over. Probably $25 to $400 on their ladder challenge. But like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep running them. Parlays and builders will be over on Twitter. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Do your own research. Gamble responsibly. Stick to unit management. Stick to bankroll management. Don't always remember to have fun. And always remember, let's get this motherfucking money, man. Peace, love, and fish grease, man. I'm going to get out y'all hair. Cook up some more lays. Hopefully we can get some WNBA lines on Bet365 before I go to sleep. All right. With that being said, peace, love, and fish grease, man. I'm out.